Happy Monday, the 13th. So, had a busy week. Had the Boss Hoss out, Royal Enfield, the Euro, Motor Guzzi. I saw a kick-ass rainbow, and doing a little work with the Ducati. Not so much work, just kind of excessive. Trying to get a feel of what I'm gonna need. I dug into the points. I think that's the root cause of why the bike's sitting. Is whoever was working on it before back in the day didn't know about the point system. Make sure nobody's creeping up on me in my neighborhood. But the points, they were the armature that goes back and forth was rubbing against the side, and so it was the constant just negative short ground. I got some pictures, and then I'm trying not to use the word to trigger everybody else's. I'll say it there, but I'm going to try to build the Ducati, or get the Ducati back up and running with just using Amazon's assistant. So I edit all the times I used your name, so hopefully when you're watching my videos that your machines aren't going off crazy looking up stuff. But it's been a good week, and starting to learn a lot about this AI technology, which it could be good, it could be bad, but I feel like I'm in Iron Man and I've got Jarvis working for me, and not so much Terminator. If it was in one of my vehicles, it would be more of a Kit. What was the name of Kit's mechanic? Katie, maybe? And then I tried to stump Alexa, and I was hoping that I would get my cousin Viddy's response from Melissa Tomane. That's a bullshit question, but the Amazon assistant just rolled with it and just, hey, there's no firing order to this. It's only a 1-cylinder. But check out the video. Up to like 157 subscribers. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoy what I'm putting out. If you share it, if not, just keep it to ourselves. But have a good day. Alright, so it got done hailing. The phone says no more rain till tomorrow. Still a little bit of dark skies, but time to go for a ride. What's the current temperature?
It's 25 degrees right now. The today's high is
55 my ass. All right, so I'm trying to figure out a little information on the Ducati to assess where I stand. There isn't too much. I did notice a severe problem with the points, but British, Italian, is a 1969 Ducati a positive or negative ground?
A 1969 Ducati would likely be negative ground. Most motorcycles from that era switched to negative ground systems by the late 1960s for better electrical reliability.
Alexa, how many horsepower is there in a 1969 Ducati 250?
The 1969 Ducati 250 likely produced around 25 horsepower. These classic bikes were known for their lightweight design and nimble handling rather than raw power.
This is a heavy freaking bike. I don't know where they're getting nimble and light from. So, does a 1969 Ducati have hardened exhaust seats?
That's an interesting question about vintage Ducati engines. While most engines from that era didn't have hardened exhaust seats, it wasn't typically a major issue unless the bike was ridden hard at high RPMs. Are you working on restoring or maintaining one of these classic Ducatis?
I'm restoring one.
That's fantastic. Restoring a classic Ducati is such a rewarding project. What part of the restoration are you working on right now?
I'm working on the ignition system.
Ignition work is crucial for these classics. Are you upgrading to electronic ignition or keeping it original with points?
I'm keeping it original with points. Are points available for sale?
Let me check that for you. Yes, I found ignition points available. The top result is Standard Motor Products ignition point for $9.45 with delivery by Wednesday, April 15th. Want to grab this one or check out other options for your Ducati restoration?
Are they 100% compatible with the 1969 Ducati?
Let me check compatibility. Based on the product details, these Standard Motor Products ignition points are listed as universal fit and have worked for customers with classic VW Beetles from the same era. However, I can't find specific confirmation for 1969 Ducati compatibility. Since vintage Italian bikes sometimes use different specifications than universal parts, you might want to double check the gap settings and mounting before ordering. Would you like me to search for Ducati specific points instead?
Yes, search for those.
Looking for Ducati specific ones. No luck finding Ducati specific points. The universal ones might be your best bet, but you'll want to verify the gap and mounting specs match your 69 before installing. Many restorers end up making small adjustments to get universal parts working perfectly.
Alexa just upped her game.
What can I help you with?
That's all for now.
Happy to help with your Ducati restoration project. Good luck with those ignition points.
So is this a Terminator situation of AI, or I'm going to go with Knight Rider. Alexa's new name is Kit. That's what I'm going with. That's what's making me feel comfortable. But I'm going to try to do this without a manual to see if Alexa can freaking guide my way. I need a spark plug for a 1969 Ducati 250.
for smart plugs. I found the Casa Smart Plug 4-pack for $29.99 with delivery by tomorrow. But I'm curious, what are you planning to use a smart plug for with your vintage Ducati restoration? Are you setting up some workshop equipment or maybe a battery tinder?
No, I need a spark plug for a 1969 Ducati 250.
Ah, got it. Perfect. The E3 Spark Plugs Premium Power Sports Plug looks like a solid choice for your 69 Ducati 250. It's $8.49 with delivery by Monday, April 20th. Want to grab this one or check out the other options?
Is that free delivery?
Let me check shipping options. The E3 Spark Plug is $8 with delivery by Monday, April 20th. The search results don't specify shipping costs, but with Prime, you get free delivery. Want to buy this one?
No, thanks.
Sounds good. Hope the restoration goes smoothly.
That is crazy. It's kind of like Iron Man with Jarvis. What is the timing on a 1969 Ducati 250?
The ignition timing for a 1969 Ducati 250 typically ranges from 5 to 8 degrees static, with full advance around 33 to 36 degrees. However, these specs can vary based on the specific model and any modifications. Are you looking for other engine specifications or adjustment procedures for the restoration?
Just for this restoration. Let's see if we can stump her.
For your 1969 Ducati 250 restoration, the ignition timing should be set between 5 to 8 degrees static, with full advance around 33 to 36 degrees. These specs can vary based on the specific model and any modifications.
Let's see if we can stump her. So what's the firing order for a 1969 Ducati 250?
The 1969 Ducati 250 has a single-cylinder engine, so it doesn't have a firing order like multi-cylinder engines do. Since it's a single cylinder, there's no firing order to worry about. Want to clarify any other engine terms or concepts?
Wow. I need a new front tire for my 1969 Ducati 250.
Looking for tires. Found a Kinda Cruise K673 front tire for $119.99 with delivery by Monday, April 20th. It comes in 22 different size options. Want to check the sizing for your 69 Ducati or explore other brands?
I need size 3.50-19. Why they
Got
have
it.
American
Checking that
sizes?
size. Perfect match. The Shinko Tire 712 series front in 3.50-19 is $83.99 with delivery by April 21st. That's a solid choice for your vintage Ducati. Want to add it to your cart or check out another option?
What kind of tread does that tire have?
Let me check that. The Shinko 712 has a staggered tread pattern designed for wet weather resistance and lateral grooves for inline stability. It's built for all-weather performance on street bikes and cruisers, with a directional tread type that helps prevent slipping on wet surfaces.
Alexa, I'm looking for more of an off-road tire.
Let me find off-road options.
This is crazy.
Perfect. The Shinko Series Trials tire is designed for off-road use and costs $85.69 with delivery by April 22nd. Trials tires have aggressive knobby treads that'll handle dirt, rocks, and rough terrain much better than street tires. Want this one, or should I show you another off-road option?
Tell me what size that tire is you just described.
The Shinko Series Trials tire I just mentioned is 3.50 by 19, which is exactly the size you asked for earlier.
All right, that's enough. Thank you.
You're welcome. Good luck with the restoration project.
So all the tires in the world, I said I needed it for this bike. And it currently has got the 3.50 by 19. Why motorcycle tires back then are in inches and everything else is in inch, what size rim, and then it's all millimeters. Just crazy the way metric and imperial. And so it took and narrowed it down and then found the stock tire, which is a street tire for this bike. But if I wanted an off-road tire, it found me the off-road version. So am I just going to say, yeah, put it to the cart? No, I'm going to look at it and stuff like that, so I could probably add it to the cart and then go to the cart and open it up and see if that's what I want, and then place the order, or take and delete it or find similar options. But like the spark plug, I mean, I could just be sitting here working on it. Oh shit, I need a spark plug. And then order a spark plug, and you know, next thing I know, if I'm pulling an all-nighter, I've got motion at my front door and it's delivered. This is going to be interesting. So, no manual, Italian bike, and now I know it's a negative ground. The points issue, I think that's probably why the bike just sat, because the points there was no separation. It's like in the package there was little Teflon O-rings or hard plastic spacers to keep the points from touching. So it was a direct ground. So I'm just going to play from here. Everybody, have a good day. And we don't need to Google shit anymore. Just ask Alexa. She probably listens. All right, bye. This is how the points were found in the motorcycle. You can see it's got a direct ground. Not my best work, but finally got it to where it's not grounded out by the other side of this touching the backing plate. So let's give it a try. Yeah, I just gotta get more amps to the battery.